What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and today we're going to talk about a little teaser that popped up yesterday for a little movie you might have heard of called Godzilla Minus One. Yeah, it's a bit of a clunky title in my opinion. It was originally supposed to be called Godzilla Zero, at least that's what the speculation was, but it's Godzilla Minus One. And I felt like we should talk about it a little bit, but you know what? I'm not the type to do these kinds of things too often, so I like to make sure we talk about some toys as well, because this is a toy channel and not a Godzilla channel. There we go. A little scene I'm more comfortable with. Looking at some toys, but you know what? These four figures illustrate the points I want to make in this particular video. Kindly represented here by Hiya Toys with their legendary GVK Godzilla, the movie Monster series with the Godzilla the Ride figure, SH Monstars with their Shin Godzilla, and Mondo actually with their Godzilla 54. Now, these four kinda are all connected here to this minus one movie, right? Obviously, with this one having the most. But before we get to that, what I think this movie is what I think, well, what it is basically a redo of the 54. In a new light, in a new way, giving it a slightly different premise. It seems like the movie happens like directly after the events of World War II, and not like, I don't know, 10 years, 9 years later, what, you know, the 54 is. Or way more than that even, you know, but, you know, what this movie is trying to do is, once again, tell the origin story of Godzilla, of a Godzilla. So obviously the 54 is, you know, what they're going with right now. And I gotta tell you, for years I've been saying, how come they haven't tried to do a remake of the 54 that's like honest to goodness, like period piece, kind of like the Peter Jackson King Kong was, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like this movie is at its heart, you know? It's trying to do that. I think that's pretty obvious, right? However, both Legendary and Shin were retellings of Godzilla as well, both in the modern era. One, you know, mostly, yeah, this is an American take, this is the Japanese take, but like, you know, they're very different. They went for very, very different angles with those two. Now, for those that don't know, the director of the movie, Takashi Yamazaki, also directed the Godzilla the Ride, as well as Always Sunset on 3rd Street, which is where the genesis of this design began. There's no doubt that this design is the design from Always on 3rd Street, Always Sunset on 3rd Street, from that very brief scene in the movie where Godzilla appears. Was that in the second movie? I think it was in the second movie. But that movie is the genesis of this design. Because if you see that design from that clip, which I love, I adore that clip. I've watched it over and over again. Though I don't recall if I've seen one of his movies fully, although I think I saw Returner, which I think it says. And then the Godzilla the Ride is kind of that design, but like redone and rehashed and, you know, made better. This design, from the brief, you know, shots we see of it and the shot in the movie poster, does look like a third upgrade of that design. So you know, Yamazaki is definitely taking that as his Godzilla, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just improving it and putting it in the stuff he wants to do. So this is his Godzilla movie, and it seems like it's something he's always wanted to make, obviously. So kudos to that. That is really cool. You're getting a chance to do it. And, you know, I hope it's good. The trailer is really interesting, really exciting. And for my money, kind of not what I want to see. And what I mean is, I don't know if I want to see a bleak Godzilla movie. Shin Godzilla was already a bleak Godzilla movie for the modern era. Yes, there's no way you could remake the 54 and not make it bleak. But I don't know, you know, it's cool it's happening. Again, it's something I wanted to see, but now that we're actually getting that, I don't know if I want to see it. Like, from what I see in the trailer, it seems like it's pretty brutal. And, like, I feel like it's like a horror movie take on what Godzilla is. And Godzilla at its core is... The original was kind of a horror, man. It's like, you know, about like the fears of nuclear weapons brought to life, you know, and that's what's happening here. But man, does that trailer, like that little snippet of 35-second trailer, leave an impression on you that it's just gonna be bad. It looks like, you know, Godzilla's wiping out all kinds of people, stomping on people, wiping people out, and eating people? That's what it looks like to me. Like, there's that final shot where he goes down and bites. Like, it looks like he's going to eat people. So, like, I don't know if that's what I want to see. The legendary Godzilla has given me everything I personally wanted out of a modern Godzilla, you know, franchise. It's like, you know, the late 70s Showa movies all over again, and that's what I love. Those are my favorite Godzilla movies. Godzilla versus other, you know, kaiju is my favorite. I think the direction's great. I didn't love Godzilla 2014, but it's a fine enough, like, start. But I love King of the Monsters, and, you know, I had problems with GVK, but it's fun overall, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really looking forward to the next one. That's, like, where I'm at with Godzilla at my, advancing age. Like, I just want to have fun with Godzilla. We did the bleak with Shin Godzilla. I don't know if I needed more bleak at this point. You know, like, at the point where Shin Godzilla came out, that's where I was clamoring for a remake of 54. And we kind of got it. I don't love Shin Godzilla. I respect it, though. I think it's a fine enough movie. Watched it again, actually, last week. Ultrazilla Jr.'s first time ever watching it. And, you know, it's I felt the same way. It's interesting, it's cool, it's kind of boring as well. So this looks a lot more exciting than Shin. The Shin was very slow and methodical, and, you know, it is what it is. The way they approached it and the message it was trying to send was very different. There. This message just looks... I don't know, man. I don't know what the message is yet. It looks crazy. You know, obviously Godzilla's moving a lot faster here. It already feels super scary to me. I love the design. It looks like the cinematography looks like it's top notch, man. It looks like the best movie that's gonna come out of Toho, in my opinion. And that's just by a few seconds there, you know what I'm saying? So that is really, really cool. But we'll see how I feel as time goes on and we get more trailers and we see the tone, you know? I'd love to take Ultrazilla Jr. to see it because, guys, if you haven't heard, it's going to be out in US theaters December 1st. I don't know if that's going to be a wide release or a small release, but it will be in theaters December 1st here in the States. It comes out November 3rd, I believe, or 4th in Japan. So, November and then December 1st here in the US. That's pretty awesome. It's pretty quick, all things considered. So, really looking forward to seeing it. But we'll see what the tone is as we see more from it. But for now, I feel like the tone is unfortunately not where I wanted this movie to go. You know, like, it would have been cool to see something else. Will we see any other monsters? I don't know. I'm right now, I'm gonna say I don't think so, but we might. So I hope we do. You know, I hope we get something, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're going for. Again, it really does feel like a 1954 remade, you know? Which, I mean, it doesn't feel like it. That's basically what it is. It's a remake. Reimagining remake, you know what I'm saying? Not like a, you know, scene for scene remake here. Because Peter Jackson's Kong wasn't a scene for scene remake either, you know what I'm saying? So, it's still a remake of that. That's what they're doing. It's a period piece that takes place then about the birth of Godzilla. So, again, design-wise, I like the evolution of the designs. I like that he's stuck to his idea of what Godzilla should be and should look like. It's evolved a bit as it's gone, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But it's from the very beginning to now, from always till Godzilla Minus One, it's had that same feel, and that's really cool. I think that's awesome. As far as toys go, we're not just looking at toys. Let's speculate just a little bit, because that's what we do here, and that's why I wanted to make this video anyway. Movie Monster Series is definitely going to happen right away. That's like a no doubt about it. SH Monster Art's definitely going to happen, in my opinion. I mean, look, it always usually does. They don't pass up a movie. Now, where else it goes, that's going to be interesting. There's a bunch of companies doing Godzilla toys now. Hiya Toys has a Monsterverse license, and now a Godzilla 54. They're doing license. I don't know if it's a one-off. I talked about that briefly in the Ultra Z News. We'll see how that goes. It'd be interesting to see them do it. I'm not sure if they will. And then you got all other companies doing stuff. We have Mondo here represented. I don't know. They don't really. I haven't seen. I mean, they haven't even done like a Shin or anything. So. We'll see how far they go with that. Super 7 really hasn't done, you know, anything outside of Heisei yet. So, you know, they've done Showa and Heisei. Not sure about that. We'll see how it goes. But you have options out there. You know, there's other companies doing stuff as well. Obviously, Playmates Toys is going to be continuing on the Monsterverse stuff, so I don't think they're going to be doing that. Then you got, like, you know, smaller companies and other companies doing stuff. So we'll see how it goes and where we get. X Plus obviously is going to do something. And I don't know. I'll be surprised. I want to be surprised. I want to see other Art Spirits maybe. You know, there'll be other companies doing stuff. But for sure, Movie Monster Series and SH Monster Arts are a guarantee to happen. Those are the Japanese companies that, you know, will look to make their money from a Japanese movie. Everything else, we'll see how it goes. But you could definitely expect a Movie Monster Series, I'm sure, to be announced within the next few months. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely ahead of the movie. They're going to have that figure ready to roll when that movie is out. Like, you're going to probably be able to go to the theater, get yourself a Godzilla Minus One, and there you go. So, and I'm sure we'll be able to get it, and maybe the Godzilla store, US store, will be set up for that at that point, and we'll be able to easily get our Godzilla Minus One Movie Monster Series figure. And I hope it's as good as this one, because I like this figure. I think it's pretty good. It's a really nice figure, you know. I'm sure they might use this as a starting point and go from there, but we'll see. Again, X Plus, a lock. And, you know, Movie Monster Series and SH Monster Arts, which are both Bandai for sure. And then we'll see. We'll see. Who would you like to see making a Godzilla Minus One? I know everybody's gonna be going, oh, Hiya Toys, because we love Hiya Toys now. Where were all you when I was reviewing every Hiya Toy figure known to man? Huh? The Hiya Toys fans were here. Shout out to the OGs. But, yeah. The trailer, the teaser, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm a little on the fence about the tone. I wish it wasn't. I guess I'm getting my fill of what I want from the Legendary. But we'll see how this goes. It feels like a horror movie right now. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.